The world of Trump's tariffs saw another dramatic turn. A U.S. Court of Appeals made a significant decision. They temporarily reinstated Trump's controversial tariffs. This move put the tariffs back in place, for now. This happened just after a U.S. trade court had ruled differently. That lower court said the entire tariff regime was illegal, so for a brief moment the tariffs were off. But the appeals court quickly pressed pause on that ruling. The legal battle is clearly far from over for these import taxes. The decision for this temporary administrative stay was not unanimous. However, it received approval from a notable number of judges. 11 judges in total gave it the green light. These judges come from diverse presidential appointments. 3 were appointed by Republican presidents. 1 was selected by George H.W. Bush. 2 others were chosen by George W. Bush. Interestingly, 8 judges were appointed by Democratic presidents. Bill Clinton appointed 1, Barack Obama appointed 5, and Joe Biden appointed 2. This bipartisan judge involvement makes the decision even more noteworthy. This legal back and forth creates a real headache. Imagine you are a business owner relying on imports. One day, the tariffs are declared illegal. You might feel a sense of relief. Perhaps you start recalculating your costs. Then, almost immediately, the tariffs are back. This uncertainty is incredibly difficult for planning. It affects supply chains and pricing decisions. Companies are left wondering what the rules will be next week, or even tomorrow. This is not a stable environment for commerce. The immediate impact of this reinstatement is significant. Even though it is described as temporary, it has real-world consequences. Importers who thought they had a reprieve must now adjust again. Exporters to the U.S. face renewed uncertainty about the cost of their goods. The brief period when the tariffs were deemed illegal offered a glimpse of change. Now, that door seems to have been shut, at least for the duration of the appeal. The administration now has a window to fight the lower court's ruling. This legal drama continues to unfold daily. The Trump administration reacted swiftly to the court developments. Peter Navarro, Trump's chief trade advisor, was particularly vocal. He made it very clear that the White House is not backing down. Navarro stated that they would find a way to impose tariffs. This would happen even if they ultimately lose the court appeal. He declared the administration will respond forcefully. They intend to fight this all the way up the chain. This shows a determined, perhaps even defiant stance on trade policy. His words suggest a battle on multiple fronts. Navarro also mentioned the administration's potential tactics. He said they are willing to use other legal authorities. This phrase is quite broad. It suggests they might look for different laws or executive powers. The goal would be to implement tariffs regardless of this specific court case. This hints at a strategy to sidestep judicial roadblocks if necessary. It raises questions about the extent of executive power in trade matters. The administration seems prepared to explore every possible avenue. This commitment to tariffs appears unwavering, despite legal challenges. However, some of Mr. Navarro's statements have faced scrutiny. He made a claim about the states suing over the tariffs. Navarro asserted that all 12 states involved were blue states. He further characterized them as representing coastal elites. This is factually incorrect. For instance, Arizona was one of the states in the lawsuit. Nevada was also a party to the suit. Both Arizona and Nevada actually voted for Trump in the 2024 election. Furthermore, Washington State, a prominent coastal state, was not involved in this particular lawsuit. The inaccuracies did not stop there. Navarro also mischaracterized some of the businesses involved. He incorrectly stated that the 5 importers who initiated the lawsuit sold crap from China. This is a rather blunt and misleading description. The businesses involved are quite diverse. VOS Selections, for example, is a wine importer. Fish USA Inc. imports sport fishing tackle from various countries including China but not exclusively. Genova Pipe manufactures ABS pipe using imported resin. This resin comes from South Korea and Taiwan. Micro Kits LLC makes educational electronic kits using components from various sources. Terry Precision Cycling sells women's cycling apparel. In other significant news from the administration, Elon Musk has departed. He has left his role within the Trump administration. Mr. Musk is of course a very high-profile figure. He is known globally for his work with Tesla and SpaceX. His involvement with any administration draws considerable attention. The reasons for his departure were not immediately detailed. This naturally leads to speculation about what prompted the exit. Was it a policy disagreement or something else entirely? We are yet to find out the full story. The White House issued a statement regarding Musk's exit. They officially thanked him for his service to the administration. This is standard practice for such announcements. However, the statement included a rather curious detail. It mentioned that Trump's cabinet will collaborate with DOJ employees. Yes, you read that correctly. DOJ employees. The statement said this collaboration would be to advance ongoing efforts. It is unclear if this refers to the cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, or perhaps it is an internal White House nickname. It certainly adds an unusual flavor to the announcement. The context of Elon Musk's departure is worth considering. High-profile advisors and figures often move in and out of administrations. Sometimes these departures are amicable, other times they signal underlying tensions or shifts in policy direction. Given Musk's outspoken nature and diverse business interests, his reasons could be multifaceted. His presence often brought a tech-focused perspective. His absence might change the dynamic of discussions on innovation and industry. The timing amidst other significant events also adds to the intrigue. The significance of such a prominent figure leaving cannot be understated. Elon Musk has a massive public following. He also wields considerable influence in the technology and business communities. His alignment, or lack thereof, with an administration sends a message. His departure might be interpreted in various ways by different groups. It could affect investor confidence or public perception of the administration's relationship with the tech sector. It is a development that will likely be analyzed for some time. The DOJ employee's comment will surely be part of that analysis. These ongoing tariff battles have much broader implications. They extend far beyond the courtroom or specific businesses. They fundamentally affect U.S. trade policy. They also impact international relations with key trading partners. Consistent changes and legal fights create an unstable trade environment. This can deter foreign investment. It can also lead to retaliatory measures from other countries. The global economic landscape is sensitive to such disruptions. Long-term trade strategies become difficult to formulate and execute. This uncertainty is a significant concern for global commerce. Other developments hint at the pressures within the economic sphere. For example, the Federal Reserve recently issued a statement. It was a rare and strongly worded affirmation of its independence. This came after Chair Jerome Powell spoke with Donald Trump. Many observers see this as a sign. They believe officials are aware of pressure from Trump, specifically, pressure to lower interest rates. This adds another layer of economic uncertainty. It highlights potential conflicts between political aims and independent financial institutions. This context matters when looking at overall economic stability. Public reaction to the tariffs and the legal drama is mixed but generally uneasy. Businesses, especially small and medium-sized ones, face direct consequences. They often operate on thin margins. Unpredictable tariff costs can be crippling. Consumers also feel the impact. Tariffs can lead to higher prices for everyday goods. While some might support tariffs to protect domestic industries, many are wary. They worry about the broader economic fallout. The constant back and forth in policy does little to soothe these concerns. Ultimately, the situation remains highly fluid. The temporary reinstatement of tariffs is just one more chapter. The legal challenges will continue. The administration's determination to use tariffs signals ongoing trade friction. Public sentiment will likely continue to be shaped by the tangible economic effects. The broader implications for U.S. economic health and its global standing are significant. Businesses and citizens alike are watching closely. They are hoping for clarity and stability, but the current climate suggests more turbulence may be ahead.